I haven't done many videos recently. The last one was of my divorce, which in some ways is the best thing I did. Yeah, I don't have to put up with the wife. Sorry, not the wife. The wife wasn't the problem. It was her son. He was, how should I say? If a taxi driver had run him over when he was in South Korea, I would have paid the taxi driver. He's a lying so-and-so. Anyway, we won't talk about him. We'll talk about what I'm planning on doing next. I'm still planning on getting the yacht, and the girlfriend wants to come with me. She's quite capable of making her own mind up and doing what she wants, and if she wishes to come with me, that's up to her. I mean, she's younger than my daughter, but old enough to make her own decisions. Yes, my daughter, I'd love her to come sailing with me. She, as I was saying, is a year older than my girlfriend. Yes. Well, it does happen. Anyway, back to the underground. Yeah, very nice chocolate. But, as I was saying, I've decided that I'm going where there's no roads, and I will be getting a yacht. But for the foreseeable future, I am going to do various videos on some of my watches I've got. Yes, I've had some absolute terrible watches over the years. I've had some really cheap watches. Like all things, you go through stages where you buy cheap watches because you want something to tell the time. It's not a case of buying a watch because it's nice. You just buy it to tell the time. And yeah, I've had some nice watches and they've lasted a number of years. But trouble was, I used to buy one watch at a time, and of course I'd wear it until I killed it, which is not always the way to do it. But anyway, I thought I'd do some videos on some of my watches I've still got, and some of the ones I will buy, and I can't remember if I've brought 3 or 4 watches this year so far. No, it's definitely 3. Definitely 3. Yeah. Yes, I mean, this year I brought the Satina I've done a video on, which is a Cenatronic. I've also brought a Mr. Jones, and my divorce watch I brought myself was a Citizen, green Citizen, because I thought I'd buy myself a watch once I got divorced. Yeah, was like anything, cheap watch, £40. It tells the time. It's a 1980s Citizen. Yay. But it's a smallish watch, and I'd like to travel as such. I'd like to travel through the Mediterranean in the yacht. I'd like to travel up to the Canary Isles, across to the Azores, and then I'm going to go for the Caribbean, not the Caribbean. I haven't found the Caribbean on the map. I gather Cuba's in the Caribbean, but I haven't been able to. I can only find Cuba in the Caribbean, because there is no place spelt with a K and an O in it. So do the Americans eat Beyonds? Heinz bake Beyonds? No. They eat beans, Heinz beans. So they're either can't spell, or dyslexic, or like bastardizing English. There are some good YouTube channels on YouTube which are American couples, and they're absolutely brilliant. Their English is good. Occasionally they slip up and use bastardized words, but other than that, they have a very good understanding of English. I mean, for instance, there's one channel called For the Love of Wind. Yes, they are idiots on a boat. I will call them that because, oh, itchy nose. I will call them that because they are idiots, but in a lovable way. They've done some interesting and daft things, like, what was it? He fell off a boat, went in the yard and spent weeks, or sort of, should I say days, wandering around with a bad back. But other than that, the pair of them are a really interesting couple, and I'd love to meet them because I think I could get on with them. I have a lot of problem with Americans. I find some of them are just, don't know what it is, but they can't speak English, and they have this attitude to say that they speak English and we speak British English. Even though America has only been around for, what was it, as the USA for about 200 years, and before that they were native Indians in America. So they come out. They like to come over to Cambridge and go on about our colleges being so quaint, and you have to point out to them that some of the colleges were around 800 years before America was even discovered, before it even was America. Yes, the other one, they go on about Thanksgiving. What's that? I have no idea. It's a bit like we have in this country. We have Halloween, Guy Fawkes, Christmas, but they're going on about Thanksgiving. Isn't that to do with... Oh, hang on, it involves turkeys, doesn't it? Yes, that's why the Americans do a lot of gobbling. They eat a lot of turkey, stuff themselves silly. Anyway, as I was saying about these two channels, which are really good, and I've really enjoyed them. One of them, one couple, they did a 17-day crossing from Bermuda to the Azores, and released a video every day. Absolutely amazing. It's definitely worth seeing. Look up Evans and you'll find that they did a video, how should I say, a video shortening it to one video, but it's definitely worth watching all 17 videos. Yes, it is a bit time consuming, I will admit. And the other really good channel, I've told you. Anyway, there are some various channels I watch, other channels I watch on yachts and things. One, they're New Zealanders, and they brought themselves a yacht, and the engine packed up. Oh, it's quite amusing. And they've now gone back to New Zealand, and it's now the yacht and the four of them, because she's pregnant with twins. Good luck. That's all I can say. Anyway, where am I? Yes, I'm going to do... I forgot what I was going to say now. I am going to do reviews on watches. Yes, I've got a collection of interesting watches, as I've said. So this will probably end up about the longest the video is going to be, but I'm trying to think of other things to say. Other than it's cold here and it's nearly Christmas, and by the time you see all the watch videos I'm going to do, I will probably have the yacht by then. Anyway, back to the underground. I'm not going underground. I'm just drinking chocolate. But anyway, I'm call it a day, and I will have more videos coming out in the future, preferably one a week, and that's where it'll go. Bye for now.